Quantitative ability problems on races. This is another topic which is very much related to time and distance. So when it comes to time and distance, the basic three variables involved are speed, time and distance. And the relationship between them is like this. Distance is equal to speed into time. Time is equal to distance divided by speed. And speed is equal to distance divided by time. In this particular topic, we are going to see the problems on races which are asked in your competitive exam, and mainly we are going to focus on two types of problem. Number one, problems on linear racetrack, and number two, problems on circular racetrack. So let us go with the problems on linear racetrack. Case 1. There are two players, let us say A and B, and they are starting the race from the same position at the same time. So this is the ideal case. Case 2. Starting the race at different timing from same position. Now this case is little different than the previous case. Here the players are starting from the start point only, but the player B is starting after 10 seconds. So here player A is in benefit or advantage. We can say that A is having a head start of 10 seconds, or even we can say that B gives a head start of 10 seconds. Case number 3. Starting the race at same time from different positions. Here from the figure you can see that the person B is starting from the start point and person A is starting 50 meters ahead of the start point. So again, in this case, A is in benefit. Here we can say that A is having a head start of 50 meters, or even we can say that B gives a head start of 50 meters. Case 4. When it comes to the finishing line of the race. Here in the figure we can see that A has touched the finishing line, B is 10 meters behind him and C is 30 meters behind him. Now how this situation will be expressed in the problem is something like this. If A has reached the finishing line and at that instant B is 10 meters behind him while C is 30 meters behind him, then we can say that A beats B by 10 meter. A ने B को 10 मीटर से हरा दिया. Also we can say that A beats C by 30 meter. A ने C को 30 मीटर से हरा दिया. But we should not say that B beats C by 20 मीटर. ये कहना गलत होगा. क्यों? क्योंकि अभी B ने फिनिशिंग लाइन को टच नहीं किया. So at this instant we should not say that B beats C by 20 meter, because when B reach the finishing line, the distance between B and C will be obviously something other than 20 meters. Okay, on the basis of these cases what we have seen, case 1, case 2, case 3 and case 4, let us try out some numericals on linear racetrack. Problem number 1. In a kilometer race, P beats Q by 100 meter and R by 190 meter. In a race of 500 meters, by how many meters would Q beat R? Okay. So this is the racetrack, let us say, and at the finishing line, P has reached. He beats Q by 100 meters. P ने Q को 100 मीटर से हरा दिया और P ने R को 190 मीटर से हरा दिया. This is what is given in the problem. Now the question is, if it is suppose a race of 500 meters, then in that case, Q will beat R by how many meters? Okay. When P covers 1000 meters, at that time Q covers only 900 meters because it's a kilometer race, and R covers only 810 meters. So the ratio of distance covered by P, Q and R in that race is 1000 is to 900 is to 810 when P has touched the finishing line. So now we will only focus on Q and R. जब Q ने 900 मीटर डिस्टेंस कवर किया उस समय R is able to cover a distance of 810 meter. Okay, when Q has covered 900 meters, R has able to cover 810 meter. Now the question is, when Q covers 500 meters, when it is a race of suppose 500 meters, R will cover how much distance? Let us say R covers a distance of X meters. Now X can be found by cross multiplication. So X is equal to 500 into 810 divided by 900, which comes out to be 450 meters. इसका मतलब जब Q 500 मीटर कवर करेगा, R 450 मीटर कवर कर पाएगा. So in a race of 500 meters, Q will beat R by 50 meters. Option B is a right answer. Problem number 2. Bharat runs 1/2/3 times as fast as Chetan. In a race, if Bharat beats Chetan by 40 meters, find the length of the race. Now, if we consider the length of the race as L meters, length of the racetrack as L meters, and the speed relations is given there, as speed of Bharat is 1/2/3 times speed of Chetan. So we can write this further as speed of Bharat is equal to 5/3 times speed of Chetan by converting it to fraction, and the ratio of speed of Bharat and speed of Chetan is 5:3. Now, in this particular case, out of the three variables, speed, time and distance, one variable is constant and that is nothing but the time. Time of start and time of finish is same. So time in which Bharat covers complete L meters, in the same time Chetan is able to cover only L minus 40 meters, because it is clearly mentioned in the problem that Bharat beats Chetan by 40 meters. यानी चेतन को अभी और 40 मीटर जाना पड़ेगा to touch the finishing line. So चेतन ने 40 मीटर कम कवर किया है at that instant. Now what is time? Time is equal to distance divided by speed. So Bharat is covering complete L meters of distance and Chetan is covering L minus 40 meters of distance. So अगर हम मान के चलते भरत का स्पीड 5 है तो L by 5 and चेतन का स्पीड 3 है तो L minus 40 by 3. Solving this particular equation, we are able to calculate the length of the race, which comes out to be 100 meters. Problem 3. In a race, Sam gives Abhay a start of 350 meters and still beats him by 50 meters. If Sam's speed is 1.25 times Abhay's speed, how much is the length of race? Let us assume the length of the race as again L meters. The problem is little bit similar to the previous question. Now they have given the speed relation of Sam and Abhay. As it is said that speed of Sam is 1.25 times the speed of Abhay. So I will further write as speed of Sam as 5/4 times speed of Abhay, or the ratio of Sam's speed to Abhay's speed is 5:4. Now again in this question, the timing for which Sam and Abhay are running is same. No doubt the distance covered are different. As Abhay has a start of 350 meters, यानी स्टार्ट पॉइंट से 350 मीटर आगे से उसने रेस को दौड़ना चालू किया, and also lost the race by 50 meter, hence he runs 400 meter less than Sam. यानी स्टार्ट पॉइंट से आगे से भी चालू किया और फिनिशिंग पॉइंट के 50 मीटर पहले रुक गया, यानी he has covered 400 meter less than Sam. So we can say that time in which Sam runs L meter, in the same time Abhay runs L minus 400 meters. What is time? Time is equal to distance divided by speed. So L by 5 and here L minus 400 by 4 I will do, and after solving this equation we are able to calculate the length of race, which comes out to be 2000 meters or 2 kilometers. Now let us have a look at type 2 questions which are on circular racetrack. In case of circular tracks, there are three cases that we will discuss on which generally problems are asked. Case number 1, time required to meet anywhere on the track for the first time. These players start from the start point, and if they are going to run for number of laps, so anywhere they are going to cross each other. So time required to cross or meet for the first time, how it can be calculated? This is equal to length of the racetrack divided by relative speed. Now relative speed is something which is dependent on direction in which they are running. If they are running in same direction, then time taken is length of the track divided by SA minus SB. But if they are running in opposite direction, then time taken is length of the track divided by SA plus SB. We know that the relative speed, if they are running in same direction, then it is difference of their speed, and if they are running in opposite direction, then it is addition of their speeds. So in the first case, we have seen that if the players are running for number of laps on the circular track, कितने समय बाद वो track पे मिलेंगे at any point. Case number 2, where it is said time required to meet at the start point of the track for the first time, specifically at the start point, kahin pe bhi nahi. How to find out this? This is nothing but time taken by A to cover one lap and time taken by B to cover one lap ka LCM. So we need to take LCM of time taken by A and time taken by B to cover one lap. How to calculate the time taken by A to cover one lap? It is equal to length of the track divided by speed of player A, and time taken by B to cover one lap is length of the track divided by speed of player B. So एक लैप कवर करने को जितना समय लगता है हर इंडिविजुअल प्लेयर को, उनका अगर हम एलसीएम लेते हैं तो विल फाइंड आउट व्हेन these players will meet for the first time specifically at the start point. Case number 3, number of points at which players meet on the track. Now if these players are going to run for number of laps, they are going to meet at different points on the circular track. Sometimes on the start point, sometimes somewhere other than the start point. Then exactly how many points are there where these players can meet? So we can calculate the number of points on the circular tracks where these players can meet, and that is equal to time required to meet at the start point of the track for the first time, means case number 2, divided by time required to meet anywhere on the track for the first time, means case number 1. So if we take this ratio, we can calculate the number of points on the circular track. So on these three cases what we have discussed, generally the problems are asked in your competitive exams. Now let us have a look at some problems on circular track. Problem 4. Two people P and Q start running towards a circular track of length 400 meter in opposite direction with initial speeds of 10 meter per second and 40 meter per second respectively. Whenever they meet, P's speed doubles and Q's speed halves. After what time from the start will they meet for the third time? So timing is asked here. So this is a track and they start running in the opposite direction. The length of the track is very well mentioned and that is equal to 400 meters. So initial speed P और Q की कितनी है? 10 and 40. So time required to meet anywhere on the track will be obviously equal to length of the track, that is 400 meters, divided by their relative speed. Now the relative speed will be addition of their speed because they are running in opposite direction. So that comes out to be 8 seconds. अब जब भी वो मिलते हैं, what happens? P का स्पीड डबल हो जाता है और Q का स्पीड हाफ हो जाता है. सो पहले मीटिंग के बाद P का स्पीड अभी हो गया 20 मीटर पर सेकंड और Q का स्पीड हो गया 20 मीटर पर सेकंड रिड्यूस होके. सो टाइम टेकन टू मीट for the second time is equal to again length of the track divided by their relative speed, which comes out to be 10 seconds. Now after meeting for the second time, again P का speed double हो जाता है और Q का speed half हो जाता है. So the new speed of P is 40 meter per second while that of Q is now 10 meter per second. So time taken to meet for the third time will be again length of the track divided by their relative speed. So it is now 8 seconds required. Now it is asked after what time from the start will they meet for the third time. It is addition of these three timings. 8 plus 10 plus 8 which comes out to be 26 seconds. Option C is a right answer. Problem 5. A, B and C start running on circular track of 400 meter length at the speed of 10 meter per second, 20 meter per second and 30 meter per second respectively. A and B are running in same direction while C is running in the opposite direction. When will they meet anywhere on the track for the first time? Now in the problem the speeds are mentioned. Here A and B are running in the same direction while C is coming in the opposite direction. So first of all what we will do, we'll find out the time required by A and B to meet. Time taken by A and B to meet anywhere on the track is equal to length of the track divided by their relative speed. Now the relative speed will be difference of their speed because they are running in same direction. Time taken by B and C to meet anywhere on the track is length of the track divided by their relative speed. Now relative speed is the addition of their speed because B and C are in opposite direction. In a similar way, time taken by A and C to meet anywhere on the track is length of the track divided by their relative speed. Again, the relative speed is the addition of their speed because they are running in opposite direction. Now, it is asked in the problem that when these three players will be together on the circular track at any point. This can be calculated as LCM of these three timings. So first timing is 400 divided by 20 minus 10, that is nothing but 40 seconds. Second timing is 400 divided by 50, that is 8 seconds. And third timing is 400 divided by 40, that is 10 seconds. So LCM of 40, 8 and 10 if we take, that is equal to 40 seconds. So all the three players will be together at any point on the circular track after 40 seconds from the start. Option B is a right answer. Problem 6. Three persons start running on a circular track of 36 km length at the speed of 7 km per hour, 11 km per hour and 15 km per hour respectively in the same direction. How many points are there where they will meet on the track including the starting point? Now the speeds of three persons are known to us. Time taken for the three person for the first meeting at the start point. So ये कैसे निकालते हैं? We find out the time required by the person A to cover one lap. We find out the time required by the second person to cover one lap and the third person also to cover one lap, and we take LCM of these three timings. So we will take LCM of 36 by 7, 36 by 11 and 36 by 15. So LCM of any fraction can be found as LCM of the numerator divided by HCF of the denominator, which comes out to be 36 hours. Second thing that we will calculate is time taken for the three persons for their first meeting anywhere on the track. So that is equal to LCM of time required by A and B to meet, time required by B and C to meet and time required by A and C to meet. As all the three players are running in same direction, the relative speed will be difference of their speeds, as just now we have seen in the previous example. So this comes out to be 9 hours. So time taken for the three persons to meet at the start point is 36 hours, and time taken for the three persons to meet anywhere on the track is 9 hours. Now the question is at how many points they will meet on the track. So the number of points will be 36 divided by 9, that is equal to 4. That is case number 3 of circular track as we have discussed. So the correct answer is option B. So we have learned the concept of linear racetrack as well as circular racetrack and the type of questions that can be asked in your competitive exam. Thank you for watching this video.